So after a lot of hype, I've actually been talking to my friends, and I'm like, "Oh, you really should try this game. It's really fun. It's really fun." And in the background, like in the back of my head, I'm like, "Dude, you need to stop saying it and record some footage of it." So that's what I'm doing today. Welcome to Shovel Knight Dig. I'm not gonna be doing a full run because there's actually I think there's like 5 or 6 worlds to dig into. But I will just do the first world, which is the Mushroom Mines, and we'll be facing off against Spore Knight. Brief description of this before we get it started with it, though. Released in 2022 in a collaboration with Nitrome, of all companies. I actually did not expect that when I saw the announcement trailer. But yeah, Yacht Club Games collaborated with Nitrome. And if that name sounds familiar, that is going to be very nostalgic for a lot of you, because Nitrome, that was an awesome Flash website, which is kind of, sort of, not really still around, because remember, Adobe Flash died, I believe in the year 2020 or 2021, whatever. So they're actually converting their games into HTML5 format, so while not everything is accessible right now, they're still working on that, but it's the same company. They're based in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm getting really sidetracked. But Yacht Club Games teamed up with Nitrome, I think mostly to make the animations a lot more expressive. That's actually one of the things Nitrome games are revered for, is their fantastic sprite work. And like when I saw the trailer, when I saw the announcement trailer, and I saw how fluid the animation was, like, even ignoring the fact that it's from Shovel Knight, my favorite video game franchise of all time, and yes, I'll be getting to that as well. Even with that aside, I was like, yes. Like, it looks freaking gorgeous. But on to the actual game itself, like, first I'm going to describe the game. It's a roguelike platformer, which is a very unique combination that I don't see utilized that often. A roguelike means that every single run, despite the fact that every single level will be the same depending on which one you choose in this game, the layout will be completely different. The enemies will be completely different in terms of which enemies spawn for the most part. Item yield will be completely different. It's a very unique experience, and it's a kind of combination. It's a genre combination that I really wish we would get a chance to see more of, because I don't think there are a lot of roguelike platformers out there. Somebody please correct me in the comments if you can think of any. I'd be happy to be corrected on that. But we're going to have ourselves an interesting run. And I actually say that because I don't remember its official name, so pardon me, what I'm going to call the random armor. And the reason I call it that is because when I descend, it's going to essentially cycle through a bunch of different color schemes. It's going to stop at one. The one it'll stop at is the one that it stops at when I land. When I completely descend and land on solid ground, whatever color I get, that determines whatever attributes, stats, items, whatever I get. So it's completely up to luck, and it actually comes with its really... it actually comes with a really unfortunate downside. That downside being there's a very common recurring optimization issue going on right now. I'm not sure, for those of you who have been playing the game as well, I'm not sure if anyone else has been experiencing this, and I'm not sure if it's just in the Switch version, but with specifically, there's like this olive green colored armor that essentially allows you to become Sonic the Hedgehog and spin into enemies and dirt, whatever, destroying everything. I don't think the game can handle it, because the game can and has, at least for me, crashed constantly. Considering how new the game is, though, it's probably just an optimization issue as opposed to like a game-breaking bug, which, by the way, the game has crashed, and it doesn't just crash, it doesn't boot you back to the title screen for me. It actually crashes the game entirely. It forces the game to quit out. So, if I get that armor, I can't play that way. So, let's see what we get. If we get the olive green armor, I'm resetting. I'm resurfacing. Oh, we got the gold armor! That makes you a lot more acrobatic. It doesn't do anything else besides that. No! Oh! Nope. One of these. Those are pretty cool. Is my speed stat ridiculous or something? Before I go back out, I actually want to go over why I'm so passionate and dedicated to this franchise. A little bit of a history with this. So for those who don't know, Shovel Knight dethroned Pokemon as my favorite video game franchise of all time. And I should probably elaborate on that, shouldn't I? Like, we live in this really stupid and jaded reality where people refuse to play anything that doesn't have AAA degrees of quality. Like, if it's not by Konami, Capcom, then people refuse to play it. Like, that's stupid. I'm going to say that for how it is. Like, especially compared to, like, how much passion was put into the Shovel Knight franchise, which I'm not going into every single detail because that will bore the crap out of everyone. I'll just go over the major details. Originally, a Kickstarter project funded in 2013, yes, 2013, suffered multiple delays. I'm referring to the original game, by the way. Suffered multiple delays. The team had to work overtime and over budget. And if Nintendo didn't approve Shovel Knight to be released on Nintendo 3DS or Wii U, Yacht Club Games were actually going to cancel the project entirely. That game's creation, was a huge sacrifice. And that's why, like, this overall franchise in general means everything to me. It's not just because it's a fun game. I mean, yes, the games are fun. But it's so much more than that to me. It's because of how much passion was put into these wonderful indie games. And not just the amount of passion, but the people who were passionate about making these games a reality. It really does mean everything to me. It's probably going to be my favorite video game series, probably forever. It really means the world to me. With that being said, let's go back out to the main area. No! Oh, I kind of forgot to... No, I completely spaced on that, but that's probably another really unique feature about Dig specifically is, with it being a roguelike platformer, usually in Shovel Knight games, whenever you die and lose X amount of gems, if you die after that, those gems disappear entirely, like the previous bags of gems disappear entirely. But no, in Dig, you can and will run into bags of gems from even your first run. It's really cool. And they'll show up at absolute random too. It's really cool. And yes, as per usual, probably because, not just Shovel Knight, but because Jake Kaufman, the soundtrack is fantastic. Where do I go? I don't think there's any wrong way to go. Nope. It's a little shortcut that led to a treasure chest. Oh, large gem. I don't know what they're actually called. No! Oh well. But yeah, like, the graphics, the animations, The characters, too, like, they're so constant. Oh no. I can't dilly-dally anymore. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call the Blade of Death will come and get me. Which, yes, it flat out insta-kills you. You can avoid it, sure, but you can't... Actually, I think you can kill it temporarily, but it will come back. You do die in one hit, however. And yes, it's really scary and annoying. I don't think it's ever actually explained, like, in context in the game's universe. I don't remember if they explained it. But hey, that's video game logic for you. You don't question it. These don't kill you immediately. Those large drills. They only exist to pretty much stress you out and deal damage, and they are very, very rapid fire. They don't follow you into little secret rooms, though, thankfully. Which, by the way, yes, I love how diegetic the music is. Also, speaking of the music, I don't know if it's just me, but does this kind of have a Sega Genesis vibe to it? I don't know if that's just me. Maybe that was intentional. Oh. But it really reminds me of the Sega Genesis sound chip. And the Secret Fountain theme definitely hammers that home. Like, it sounds exactly like something out of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, specifically. No! 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 Well, we didn't get the Sporinate, but I guess, that's kind of a good time to stop regardless, I guess. I'm just gonna resurface and wrap up the video. But, yeah, really sorry that we didn't get a chance to fight Sporinate. I will probably do another video on Shovel Knight Dig, and not just do the Mushroom Mine, which is what that level was. We'll go, even deeper. I just wanted to showcase the game in general, and also elaborate onto why I'm so dedicated and passionate about this overall franchise in general, for reasons that I already mentioned. Like, if I had to not repeat myself verbatim, but, like, all I want to say is it's a very, very wonderful series of games full of really wonderful character designs, characters overall. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's constantly memorable to me. Like, I can't think of a single location, NPC, or even music track that isn't constantly memorable. Please show this franchise please show it a lot of love like I do. It is truly something special. So with that being said, this is Sir Bop-A-Lot, signing out.